Welcome back to another episode of Highly Unapologetic, the podcast.
Ooh wee. Hi.
What was that?
Hello.
That was better.
Sorry.
Hello. Here we are, back for a second time this week.
Yep.
Little confession. This week, 3 days ago, we recorded an episode, and we got 9 minutes in, and producer guy over here, Adam, couldn't tell the audio stopped recording. Video kept going. Audio did not go, and wasted our time, wasted y'all's time, but
it was still cool.
Yeah, it was a good
hang out and talk to people finally.
Yeah. Getting in front of people is.
I had a lot of good jokes too. I tried to remember some of them, but I couldn't.
Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and try to give it a go again and try to duplicate that. I doubt we will, but I mean, I got two funny guys on the panel, so we'll try to give it a go. But anyways, what's going on, guys?
Nothing much, man. Just a little bit sore.
Yeah, what have you been doing?
Oh, yesterday, a lot of the flag football guys. We went to Marshall. So a couple field mom guys, then a couple new era guys.
Just throwing the ball around?
Yeah, we ran some 4v4, 5v5.
Oh, cool, man. Tight invite.
Yeah.
That was
man, I was really busy sitting on my couch yesterday.
Yeah, I was busy not doing anything at all yesterday.
Oh, man. You got to get at Daniel for that. He was the one with the flyers and he probably didn't know your address or something. Couldn't send it.
Wow, man.
Huh. I'm pretty sore too.
My butt's pretty sore.
I ran a timed 40 for the first time the other day.
Yeah.
And I'm still sore from it.
How are you 38 years old and you ran your first 40 at 38 years old?
I've never had anybody time me in a 40. I don't know. I never played football in high school.
You're a baseball player.
I played baseball, so we didn't get timed in 40s really. And my baseball coach back then was real, I don't want to say lazy, but, he'd just point and do this, blah, 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 So we never really ran 40s, but You
just drank them or what?
Drinking 40.
Only about 20 of it.
Oh, okay.
We've been working out with Murph and a friend of mine, his kid who's 10, Murphy's 8, but they've been working out, and then he has an older son that's quarterback for Edison right now, and they were running 40s, and I was like, you know what? Let me try that.
Nice.
Yeah.
So was Edison good at baseball while you were there?
Yeah. Oh, we were real good at baseball when I was there. From 97 to 99 was probably one of the best Edison baseball teams. We were number 2 in the city behind East Central. We had the game of the week against East Central. I pitched. We lost 5-4.
How many of those runs did you give up?
2.
Okay.
2. I only lasted 3 innings, and then we brought in another guy.
So did you get the L or the no decision? If you only gave up 2 runs.
No, I got the no decision because it was a tie game going into the last inning.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, good. I'm glad you didn't get that.
They were real. They had a good team, but we were undefeated going into the last week of district. We were like 16-0, and East Central was 16-0 or whatever it was, and we were good back then.
Man, have you seen Northeast District's field now?
They took over.
They took
Gun,
over
right?
Time Warner, yeah, or Gun.
It used to be Gun.
It used to be as Gun, and then Time Warner.
I've just seen it from the highway.
From
Wetmore.
It is beautiful. That's such a waste, though. Because did you ever play softball out there?
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice fields.
Yeah.
Probably some of the nicer fields in San Antonio.
For sure.
And such a waste, dude.
So what do they? Do they get rid of those? Because they had sand volleyball there too, right?
They had sand volleyball.
They still have all the stuff there, but it's literally like they got a pool. They do still do things there. They still got all that stuff, but I mean, it's mainly the one baseball field, 9 softball fields rotting away.
Dang.
And dude. And here's the thing. Here's what I hated about Time Warner though is it was so expensive.
Yeah.
Because you played 10 games plus playoffs if you made it. You're paying $60. 60 to $70 per person. The entry fees per team are just ridiculous. And then you're paying $2 each time just to get in. Whether you paid, you played on a team or not, you're paying $2 to get in. So essentially, you're paying $80 to $90 to play minimum 10 games.
Yeah.
And if you suck,
yeah,
that's wild. When you can play in the city league, you know, at Alvajo or Kennedy or wherever else for $50, or you can play in social league for $55, or you can play in Palpatina's cheapo league for $20 a whole league, but you only get 8 games. But whatever, dude. I digress.
Yeah,
you know, get a little off topic.
I used to I love playing that gun. Like, I grew up, my dad would play there, so I would always wanted to play there. And then when I started playing there, the furthest home run I've ever hit in my life was that gun. It was like 600 feet. It was far.
And that was baseball or
any
softball?
Ball. I hit a lot of home runs. That was softball. I hit a lot of home runs in baseball, and I hit this softball further than I've ever hit any ball in my life.
The farthest I hit a softball was out at Normoil Park, and you got the three fields. The far field, way detached from everything else. That's like 300. The first field is the short field. It's like 275. So you're hitting a routine fly.
It's going
and it's going and it's annoying as a pitcher. I pitch, and then that middle field is, I think it's like 315.
Yeah, it's a decent sized field.
I want to say it's like 325 to center. I think it's 295 to right, and then 300 to the left. And in between that far field and the middle field, there's a bathroom, and I hit it over that bathroom. But I had a cheater bat. I had a super hot bat. Got a friend named Frank who used to play a lot, and my favorite bat, I don't know if you recall, this was the Mike and Recoil, the red one, and so I bought one from him, and it started out as a 26-ounce bat. When I bought it from him, it was already about 1,000 hits in, so it was well broken in, but it was only like 24.7 ounces. So it was shaved off to get that extra bounce. And dude, I blasted that ball. Umpire, as soon as I hit it, just go back to the dugout.
Okay,
you know. And the funny thing was, I hit that ball against the team of the guy who sold it to me.
Oh, that's hilarious.
So
thank you.
Yeah, you know. Anyways, but quarantine's almost over, and I did text Daniel today. Hey man, quarantine's almost over, so what are we doing about these Grinches?
Is there going to be a tournament, you think, in Memorial Weekend?
That's Andy's, right?
Yeah.
When's Memorial Weekend?
It's the 22nd weekend. I don't know.
Of this month?
Yeah.
I don't even think he can plan it right now because the sporting events Greg Abbott approved was 4 less people.
Yeah, golf and tennis.
Yeah. So I don't think you can really plan it right now because they're only going to revisit it. They're going to revisit on the 18th. So, I mean, if you got a tournament planned on the 22nd, you know. But hopefully he'll do something, man, because
there's usually one in early July, too.
Yeah. I got an itch, man.
I kind of feel like playing.
Yeah, well.
Man, I am out of shape.
No, dude. That's a whole world.
Dude, I almost died yesterday. Ask Daniel, text him.
Yeah.
It was bad. Like, because we started off playing 4v4, and first play, he was like, hey, just run a go. So I ran a go. And I'm like, dang, I'm tired. And Broderick was covering me. And he's pretty fast. So then next play, he's like, hey, run a slant. Well, he throws me the ball, and I break for like, I don't know, 20 yards. And then, hey, run a post.
Stop.
Dude, after the first drive, I was like dying. And then I had to play safety in 4-man, which is like the entire field.
I got a buddy that we work with, and he's one of the guys that started Grinches with me. Is me and Jones and a couple others and this guy, Jason Young. I work with him. And Jason, if you look at him, you wouldn't really think he's a bald black version of Wes. He's just tall, lanky, you know.
Yeah.
And when you see him, if you just give him the eyeball test, you don't think he's that athletic. Maybe he's good at something, you know, but that's not what I think. That's not my thoughts about Wes, but for him, that's what it was. And when he, like, this was, the Grinches started out as a free agent team. We all just signed up in Keith's league.
Right.
And he was like, hey, we got a free agent team. There's like 9 or 10 of y'all. And that first season was 7 on 7. So there's 9 or 10 of y'all. So y'all are good.
Yeah.
Wear green. So I thought, okay, cool. So Jason's walking up and I'm sitting on the sideline not knowing anybody. And I'm like, this is gonna suck.
Yeah.
You know, but we ended up going undefeated that season. And we lost to Sauce and the Rockers in the playoffs. But Jason, I come to find out, is just a freak athlete. So he's super good at basketball, apparently. I've never really watched him play, but he was real good at football. Played safety, played receiver, whatever. And he'd beat his dude deep every time and score. He'd jump ball because he's probably 6'4", 6'5", and just can out jump the world, you know. And we were playing this one team one time, speaking of lazy, and we're beating this team, just beating the brakes off this team. And I was playing center, of course. Right. And so I was like, you know what? We're up big. Let me play some quarterback. Keith's little cousin, Chris, was our quarterback that whole season. He was actually pretty good for being,
I think I know,
4'8", you know. But anyways, we call a little huddle, and I'm like, Jason, can you beat your guy deep? And he goes, yep. He goes, but I'm not going to. I said, what do you mean? He goes, I can beat him deep. I'm not going to. I'm tired. You can have somebody else run that go route. I'm like, I'm not doing it. And he's super lazy. And even today at work, he's still super lazy, but he's pretty funny. But Grinches started out as, you know, I told you, wear green.
Right.
Okay, cool. Well, it was Jason and probably 3 or 4 of his friends. So all of us did basically the same thing, and we stopped off at Walmart to get a green shirt to wear that season. And Jason and his 3 or 4 friends walk up, and this is in around November. So Christmas is coming up. They're setting Christmas stuff up already. And they all walk up in that green shirt with the Grinch face on it. You know, not with a head drawn or nothing. It's just the body is the head, whatever.
Right.
So we score our first touchdown, and referee, hey guys, cool touchdown. I need a team name. And we all just kind of look around at each other, and we're like, well, I mean, they all got Grinch shirts on. I guess we're the Grinches, and that's how Grinches were born.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I thought you just liked the movie.
You know, fun fact.
Nice.
You know, so, and it's I tried to not kill it off over the 10 years. I've been thinking 10 years. You know, however old Keith and Danielle's oldest kid is, that's how old the Grinches are, because she was pregnant with him when we started. So, fun facts.
Nice.
And I did just text Daniel, tight invite pawn. So we'll see what that idiot comes back with. But anyways, NFL draft happened.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Did y'all get into it?
Yeah, I watched all of it. It was I need sports in my life, and there's nothing else on. I'm like, I was counting down the days till the draft.
Yeah.
Like I went to a practice with Murphy, and we had to go early so I could make it back in time to watch the draft. And honestly, I know 15 guys in the draft. I just needed a sport in my life.
Highlights.
Yeah,
something. Definitely.
Yeah.
Something. Yeah.
Are you into the draft?
Every year I'll usually watch the first round or the first day.
Yeah. So that's just first round, right?
I watched the whole thing.
First day is
first round.
Second day is 2 and 3.
2 and 3.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that shows you how into the draft I am. I'm not. Yeah. I don't care. I can't watch it. It's too boring. Which is weird. A lot of people will say because I can watch a whole baseball game on TV and enjoy it. But I can't watch.
I'm watching old games right now.
The Angels Facebook page has been playing the 2002 playoffs. We're in the middle.
Was that the last time they got in?
That's the last time. That's
2002.
That's when they won the World Series. That's not the last time they've been. That's when they won the World Series.
I would have believed it if that was.
You're a Ranger fan, dude. You can't talk, man. The Cardinals have been playing the Cardinals have been playing the 2012 World Series. I know you'd enjoy that.
I did watch that the other day. I watched Game 6. I knew exactly what was going to happen.
Is
that the one where he?
That was Nelson Cruz. Where they
checked the wall.
The T-Rex arms.
He got scared. God.
He catches that ball. They win the World Series.
Yeah, one more step instead of. Flinching at the wall.
Yeah,
you don't flinch at the wall in Game 6.
Yeah, that's why there's a warning track, bro. You know what the warning track is? It's that dirt in the back. That's to let you know the wall is coming.
You're running through that wall. Game 6. And I was watching it, and I remembered how the ending played out, but the Rangers were winning that whole game too. Yeah. It was like 5-2. Then
y'all literally got
6-4.
Y'all literally got David Freese to his last strike.
Yeah.
He had 2 strikes, 2 outs, and then won the game for him.
David, that series made David Freese a lot of money because he wasn't that good.
Yeah, you know who paid that money to him?
The Angels. Yeah.
Yikes. Yeah. But anyways, draft. I'm not into it. Like I don't care. I was at work anyway, so I couldn't really put it on. I mean, I could have, but I wouldn't have been able to really pay attention to it. But on my phone, I got the running log of who's getting drafted.
I think they played out pretty cool. The first round was pretty cool. A lot of good players going different teams that you wouldn't expect.
A lot of surprises, Ben. First of all, the biggest surprise was C.D. Lamb falling to 17. Was it 7? Y'all had the 17th pick? Wow, man.
Yeah.
So
the best pick of the draft.
Yeah. They're saying that wasn't even the Cowboys' best pick. The best pick was like
Diggs, right?
Round 3 or 4. They got Anaya.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and then an offensive tackle. They're saying those, as good as the first 2 picks were,
Diggs,
the 3 and 4 were their better ones. Was the better value picks.
Diggs was a first round pick though, and they got him in the second. So that was a good pick. Overall, Dallas won the draft. I'd say Dallas.
They got SportsCenter gave them an A-.
I saw who did.
I don't know. SportsCenter, maybe it was Barstool. I don't know.
I saw somebody gave them an A+.
Yeah,
they were the only A+.
I saw Miami had an A+.
Miami had an A on this one, and Minnesota had an A. Everyone else was A- and below.
And was it Tennessee that drafted all defensive players, or it was Baltimore?
No, it's Carolina.
Carolina,
because they got
first team ever to draft.
7 picks,
7 all defensive players.
No way, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
and they gave him an A for that because that's what they needed was in.
Yeah, Luke retired, so
yeah. He was getting hurt all the time. He needed probably gonna do it. Gronk. Well, I don't know. Defensive players don't come back like that.
Yeah, that's true. Eagles screwed the pooch.
Man, they traded up for that, right?
Yeah, they traded up.
Who?
No.
The
second round, I think
they stood pat on the first 2 picks.
That was the Packers that traded up.
They started getting goofy. They started getting goofy in the 5th round. They traded up 1 pick and got 2 picks. Traded those 2 picks for 2 more picks. The Cowboys are involved in one of them, but I'm upset that the Eagles were not aggressive enough to trade up.
For CD.
Yeah.
That's who I wanted. I wanted either CD Lamb or Jerry Jeudy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Jeudy went maybe 12 to Denver.
15.
15.
Yeah.
Oh, it was Denver, then it was Atlanta.
Yeah. Right.
Then it was the
Dallas.
Cowboys. Yeah.
And then,
they could have traded with Atlanta right there.
They could have traded with anybody. Once he falls out of number 10 or 11, go get him. I don't understand what we're doing. I'm trying to think, man. Ertz, I don't think he's coming back. He turned down a contract extension. So trade him to move up. Right. Trade him and some picks to move up and get CeeDee Lamb. Because you got Dallas Goedert. He's fine.
And the thing they needed most was a receiver.
Right.
Yeah, because they don't have any.
Oh, dude.
None.
They could have probably, like you said, traded Ertz in a second or third pick and kept those first 2 round picks and took 2 receivers.
Traded Ertz and Alshon.
I saw an interesting stat today, and it's kind of involving the draft, was the Packers. Aaron Rodgers has thrown to thrown a touchdown to a first round receiving pick. Does that make sense?
So a first round draft pick.
A first round draft pick. Any receiver, he's thrown 900 touchdowns, and only one has been to a first round pick.
Really?
Yeah. And let's see, who was the top one? Was like Drew Brees with like 235 touchdowns.
Sure. Yeah.
Something like that.
Who's Aaron Rodgers' receivers been over the years?
Devontae Adams, Jordy Nelson. Neither one of them were
Randall
Cobb.
Craig Jennings.
Donald Driver.
Greg Jennings was there when he took over.
Jermichael Finley was there for a while.
He's a tight end. Does he count?
I don't know.
I mean, whatever. Was he a first round pick though? He wasn't a first round pick.
No.
But they didn't give him any help.
Geronimo Allison,
yeah.
Yeah, that it was wild to me that they weren't aggressive to go get CeeDee Lamb. Then what upset me even more is they took this Rieger kid from TCU, and I can't ever remember his name. Justin Jefferson.
Yeah.
Justin Jefferson from LSU was still on the board, and he went a couple picks later to Minnesota.
Yeah, there was another one that was that they were hyping up. Ayuk, that San Francisco got from Arizona State.
I don't know.
Yeah, he went after.
Okay,
I think he might have went before Jefferson.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't remember, but still, you know. But then that gets your blood boiling, a little bit. But what really sets you into overdrive and stressing out, and heart pumping through your chest because you're so angry, is your second round pick. You're taking Jalen Hurts.
Yeah.
Why are you taking Jalen Hurts, man? But I don't know. Everything I'm reading now in regards to Jalen Hurts is, okay, they're going to put in a package, a Tyson Hill package on steroids for Jalen Hurts. Now I'm reading they're going to use him some at running back.
Yeah.
Why? I don't understand.
You have a running back.
You got
like a kind of like a quasi type thing.
Maybe. That's what the NFL needs is to go into a star package. That'd be super sweet. Wild. But you don't need to use Jalen Hurts at running back because you got Miles Sanders, you got Boston Scott. They just signed Corey Clement again today. I'm sure there's somebody on the.
Did they draft a running back?
No, I don't think so. They drafted a whole bunch of receivers, and
I don't think they would need a draft.
Yeah, that's just weird to me. They would try to play him at running back.
Right. Yeah. He's not built to play running back.
There has to be something with that.
I don't know, man. Maybe they're gonna do like a Antoine Randall type thing. He was a quarterback coming out of Indiana, and they used him at receiver. They played him at quarterback.
Doesn't the coach like to do random type offense stuff like that?
Yeah, he's weird. Doug Peterson.
Yeah.
But
kind of maybe how the Patriots use Edelman sometimes.
Yeah.
Drop him back. They do quasis to Edelman a few times, and they just have like 3 blockers in front of them.
But it was weird because they were coming out, well, why'd you draft Jalen Hurts? I was like, we're just a quarterback producing team. We bring in quarterbacks and send
them off.
Yeah, we build them up and then send them off to suck somewhere else. Because you got a backup quarterback winning you a Super Bowl, and now he's being traded around. Now he's finally ended up in Chicago. I don't know, man. Football's weird. That's why I'm a baseball guy.
Yeah.
Because it's just boring.
No, it's not. It's not even boring at all, man. I guarantee, when they get the baseball season going, you'll watch some just because it's sports.
I don't know if I will.
Yeah.
And then you'll get hooked.
That catch an eye.
That wouldn't happen.
Yeah. You'll see.
You just gotta find a team you like and or a player you like and and watch it.
I heard that Mike Trout dude's real good.
Yeah, it's too bad the team ain't.
Hey,
it's like
listen to me. They're going to be a wild card team this year. They're going to put up 12 to 15 runs a game. They're going to give up 12 to 13 runs a game. So
that's the problem. But I think they'll do better than they've been doing for sure.
You got to do something to keep Trout around.
But you can't do anything when you're paying someone $330 million.
I mean, they just need Pujols to come off the books, man. Once Pujols comes off the books, I think they can run and get some good pitching or whatever. I don't know. But how the Dolphins do in the draft?
They did good. They got an A. I've seen an A or A minus. Tua depends on Tua, man. You know, that's the ultimate. So if he pans out, they probably did good.
I've seen the new logo for the Dolphins with them on crutches. For
I haven't
Tua.
seen that one.
Yeah.
But he might not even play this year. He might sit behind Fitzpatrick and learn the game a little bit, heal up, and be ready for next year. That would be ideal.
Yeah.
You know, it depends on how they jump out, though.
Yeah.
You know, if they're 5-10, fans are going to be calling for Tua, you know, in the last 2 or 3 games.
Yeah.
You know, stuff like that. But if they're in a playoff race, which they might be, then
that's what I think.
No more Brady.
Yeah. No more Brady. No more Brady, and everyone else in their division is kind of whack, except maybe Buffalo. But maybe Buffalo was a one-season wonder last year. You know?
I like Buffalo.
I mean, I like them too.
I don't like Buffalo, but I think they're going to have a pretty good team.
But I think it is going to be a 2-team race between Buffalo and Miami because I got Breida too.
Yeah, that was probably one of their better pickups in the draft. A whole scenario total was picking up Breida because they needed a running back.
Yeah,
I thought they were going to take the. What's his name? I forget. One of the top running backs. I thought they were going to take him, and they passed up on him for an offensive tackle.
For the running back from Wisconsin?
No, not Taylor. He went to Indianapolis.
Yeah.
There was another running back. I think he had 3 names. He went to Detroit.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe he was from Georgia. I don't know.
Yeah.
But he was supposed to be pretty good. Swift.
Oh, okay.
DeAndre Swift?
Yeah,
that's him. Yeah, I thought they were going to take him, but.
Yeah, it'll be a 2-team race there. I think Miami will get the wild card. Mm-hmm. There's an extra wild card this year.
Yeah.
7 playoff teams each. Only 1 bye, which is cool.
Yeah. That's cool.
The 1 seed gets the bye. The 2 seed has to play. Mm-hmm. That's cool.
That is cool.
I like it.
I like it too. Expand.
It gives that much more importance to being the 1 seed.
Yeah, and it gives Dallas an extra shot at not blowing it.
Oh gosh,
I think Dallas does really good this year also.
I think Dallas is going to be super good. But here's my thing. Yeah, your quarterback is just not that good.
Oh jeez,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what his name is not Dakota. His first name is Rain.
Yeah, Rain.
Rain Dakota.
Yeah.
What a loser.
What a bum.
that name sucks.
Yeah,
that name does suck.
But they're so powerful on offense. Like they're gonna be real hard to stop. And with CeeDee Lamb, even Randall Cobb is good too.
Yeah.
But Dak don't have to do that much besides just get the ball in the receiver's hands and that's it. Or Zeke's.
I feel like Dallas would be good to institute a West Coast offense. Hand the ball off a lot and short throws and let your because who's the receiver?
Cooper?
Amari.
Cooper's already shown he can take a 4-yard slant to the house, 97 yards.
Cooper's problem is he drops a lot.
Yeah.
He leads the league in drops.
Yeah, but he's so fast and he's so, once he gets the ball, there's no, he can get away from anybody. Mm-hmm. So West Coast offense would fit them perfect. Quit making Dak throw the ball down the field.
Yeah. Especially to win ball games.
Right.
Because he can't throw.
They have a good first half. They usually do pretty good because they hand the ball off to Zeke 17 times.
Yeah,
and then the second half they start throwing it and hand it off 5 or 6 times. And that's the problem. Mm-hmm. You got one of the best running back in the league. At least or throw him the ball or do something. Get him the ball. Most of the time, and you'll do good.
Yeah. Well, Jason Garrett's gone.
Yeah, I think he was a lot of the problem.
Mike McCarthy's in. Mm-hmm. We'll see what they do. But I've said it before.
The defense sucked too.
But I've said it before. Mike McCarthy wasted some talent in Green Bay. Who's to say he's not going to waste it in Dallas too? Any other coach, I think, with Aaron Rodgers
gets more than one.
Would have been a dynasty. Yeah, would have got a lot more than one. But I think he wasted that.
Yeah.
Wasted that talent.
We just talked about how he's only thrown one touchdown to the first round draft pick ever.
Right. So your problem is not Rodgers. Rodgers can make do with. I mean, he's a Tom Brady 2.0 because he's never had weapons either. The only difference is he had won 6 rings with bum receivers.
Yeah.
So I don't know, man. It's going to be interesting football season, I think.
I'm ready for it. I want to play fantasy again. That's like my favorite time of the year.
I don't care about fantasy, man.
No,
I'm still trying to collect all my winnings.
Me too. I beat Gabe in the league. He owes me like $90.
Yeah.
He told me to download Zelle.
Zelle is connected to your bank, dude.
Yeah, but
it goes straight to your account.
To your bank. But I still got like $400 out there waiting for me.
Dang.
That's why when I play in leagues, it's pay up front or get out.
Yeah, I definitely I have another one that I play in, and the guy takes forever, which sucks. I hate it. I won every league I played in this year.
I play in one fantasy league ever, and that's I got a keeper baseball league, and it's you've got 2 weeks into the season to pay your $100 or you're out, and whoever pays first gets to take over your team. And the good part about it is that money sits in a Venmo account the whole year.
Yeah,
and so not 2 days after the regular season or the season is over, you're getting paid out. You're not waiting around for it.
Right.
So
you get some that spend that money.
Yeah.
Like, here, pay up now. And I'm like, no way, I ain't paying you now.
I'll make it up later.
Yeah, no.
I need to borrow this $100.
Yeah.
I'll put it back.
Unless the guy's rich, I'll pay up early.
Yeah. So
I know he can cover it.
I don't know, man. Fantasy football, that's just not my.
Oh, I'm excited.
That's not my thing. We'll bring you and Gabe back for a fantasy football episode again.
I wanted to play baseball too. I don't know if we're gonna do that though.
Did you see the proposed 3 division division conference or whatever? Baseball is going to split up into 3 10-team. Is it 10-team?
I didn't read a lot
conferences.
I just saw it.
And just go. They're going to just mash everyone together. And the best part about it was Houston and the Dodgers are in the same division.
Yeah, there's gonna be a lot of fights.
That's going to be the best part about it is watching.
What I hate right now is that everybody made such a big deal about the Astros. I mean, it was huge. Everything you looked at. Red Sox just got caught cheating too.
Yeah.
They just got suspended. Their general manager got suspended. But you don't hear anything about it right now. There's so much other stuff going on that the Red Sox ain't feeling it. Probably half of the people that know about the Astros don't even know about the Red Sox punishment.
I disagree with that. Just know once the season starts, it'll come out.
Okay.
Once we know that there's going to be baseball, and now everybody's talking about baseball. Nobody's talking about baseball right now because no one cares, because we don't even know if there's going to be a season. Once they decide that there's going to be a season, the Astros are going to come back up, and so are the Red Sox.
I hope so.
And the way that the players. The way that the big stars were coming out against Houston, you can bet those same players and other players are going to come out for Boston.
Yeah.
Because Boston is more well-known, more historic, more, everything than the Houston Astros. So people are going to want to put it to them even more than they are the Houston Astros. You know what I mean? So just know, it's because the Red Sox are my most hated team in baseball. Every team in that area up there is my most hated, along with the Texas Rangers and the Houston Astros. So every team up there in the East, I hate Baltimore, I hate Toronto, I hate the Phillies, I hate Pittsburgh, I hate them all. I like Milwaukee.
Okay.
So anyone else, I can stomach the Padres. I hate the Dodgers. That's really the only team out west that I hate. and I hate him because of.
I just have a whole bunch of Dodger fans. Yeah, that guy. I know a lot of Dodger fans, so I love messing with them.
Yeah,
I got memes in my phone saved from their past World Series, so I could use them again in case they make it.
Yeah, I like that. I like that strategy.
Yeah. Or whenever they lose randomly to a team I like or something.
Yeah.
And I'll send them the crying Jordan face over there.
But they haven't lost in the World Series to a team I like, though. They've lost to teams in the World Series that I tolerate a little more than the Dodgers.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean? Like, Dodgers are my most hated team. I hate the Dodgers. I've always hated the Dodgers. I hate them more than I hate the Rangers. And I hate the Rangers. I used to collect hats, you know, and I would only buy on-field hats. I wouldn't buy those stupid batting practice hats or the hats that were like neon, you know, that they didn't. I only bought hats that they would actually wear on the field. And I had a list of teams I would never buy hats for.
I got that same.
Dodgers, Rangers, Astros, Cubs, Red Sox, Yankees. I would buy an A's hat.
Oh, the A's hats are cool.
They're super cool. I like the color scheme. Mm-hmm. I would buy a Mariners hat. Whatever.
I collect hats also, and I got every baseball team. The only one I don't got is Detroit. Not for any other reason, but I just don't have one.
Mm-hmm.
But I have basketball hats, and there's 2 basketball teams that I would never buy.
Who's that?
Which is the Lakers.
Agreed.
And Golden State.
Agreed.
Because I can't. One, if I buy a Golden State hat now, then I look like I'm jumping on the bandwagon.
True.
Which I can't stand Golden State. I don't like Steph Curry. The Lakers, I just never liked the Lakers. You know, and I don't know, just you can't wear Lakers.
Has the
Lakers hat.
Lakers lame.
Has the documentary on ESPN, the Bulls documentary, made you hate the Lakers and the Pistons and the Celtics even more?
It made me like the Pistons more. I've never liked the Lakers, and I couldn't care less. I liked Larry Bird, but I don't like Boston.
Yeah.
I don't like Boston now. Back then, I mean, Larry Bird was. I watched his highlights pretty good.
One more thing about the NFL before I get into basketball, and this just reminded me, is I saw a meme the other day. I told y'all this the other day when we recorded, and this is in regards to Gronk coming out of retirement and Brady going down to Tampa Bay. And the meme was Paul Pierce and Kevin Garnett holding up their Brooklyn Nets jersey, and it said something along the lines of Tom Brady and Gronk in Tampa Bay.
Yeah.
Because Garnett and Pierce didn't do squat in Brooklyn. They sucked.
I think the Bucks are going to be good.
That's kind of the...
I think they're going to probably make it to at least to the NFC Championship game. At least.
I don't know, man. I don't even think they're going to win that division.
I do.
I still think the Saints are too good.
Yeah.
Because, I don't know. The Bucks offense is going to be so good, and their receivers are what Dallas should be. With Brady's just going to hit them quick, and precise. That they're just so athletic, they're going to take over games. The offense is going to take over games, and their defense was already a top 5 defense in the league.
And you know, Mike Evans is just, he's just drooling right now to get started. You know, finally a good quarterback. I've been a top 5 to 8 receiver my entire career with a bum quarterback.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Now I got Tom Brady here.
Yeah,
man, I can do
and
something
now. And that's
now.
Brady's game is. Get the ball to receiver quick. Let them do their thing.
Yeah,
and he's the best at it. He's not gonna. He can't run around. So, hike throw.
Hike throw.
So
yep. Or hike handoff, hike throw.
Yeah.
And you know, and I know this is years ago, but Brady has had one real receiver his entire career.
Randy Moss.
And that year he broke all the records.
Which
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I mean, it's kind of fun to think about what he can actually do with a good set of receivers.
Yeah.
And a running back. So, but whatever. Anyways, basketball.
Yeah, the documentary. I had already watched the Rodman document, the 30 for 30, and I was real good. And that made me like the Pistons more. Not really like the Pistons, but like the way they played and the toughness, because I like that era.
Yeah.
You know, the where teams hated each other and they had, if they come into the lane, you're knocking them down.
Yeah.
You can't do that now.
No.
But that made me like the Pistons more. I still like the Bulls, but I don't know.
It last week's episode made me like Rodman.
Yeah.
Even more.
Yeah.
Growing up, I was a fan of rooting against the dynasties. Whoever's winning, I'm rooting against them. I still do that. I love when the Patriots lose. You know,
Yes.
I love when the Lakers lose. I love when the Yankees lose. But that made me love Dennis Rodman even more, because I was a Dennis Rodman fan when he was in San Antonio. I didn't know much about him until he got to Chicago, because that's when he started getting wild.
Yeah.
And that's when I started, becoming a fan.
Yeah.
And I had to keep it quiet because my dad was not a fan.
Look at this buffoon.
Yeah, look at this idiot, this freak show, my dad would call him. But I love seeing how weird he was, but how hard a worker he was.
Yeah.
And that really laid it out how good a hard of a worker was, or he was. And one of the stories being told, he needed the 48 hours in Vegas.
Yeah.
And he comes back to practice, and Phil Jackson is like, all right, we're going to get Rodman back into shape. And Rodman was outrunning them on the Indian drill.
Yeah.
So that was wild.
The respect you got to give him too is knowing when an athlete knows what they're good at, what they're gonna be good, what the team needs them for, and perfecting that.
Yeah.
So he's in the gym just working on rebounds,
Right.
taking notes.
Right. You shoot here, you shoot there, you shoot there, you shoot there.
He said he knew when Jordan shot, the rotation of the ball would tell him where that rebound was gonna go, and he would go there.
Yep.
So Jordan says he's the smartest player that he's ever played with.
Yeah.
Stuff like that people don't know about Rodman. They just think he's crazy, but he's actually a basketball technician.
Yeah.
He's out there perfecting his skill,
Right.
and for the team to win.
Listening to him describe, okay, who's shooting from there? Ball's gonna come off the rim this way, and I'm gonna go there, and his arms are just doing this, and you're going.
Yeah.
And then at the end of it, you're going, oh, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
And he's only 6'9", 6'10".
Right.
He ain't a 7-footer, but he's out rebounding them all day, and that's hustle. You got to respect the hustle.
I like, actually, LeBron. How would LeBron do back then?
He would have got destroyed.
Yeah.
You think so?
Yeah.
He would have got destroyed. He's not built that way.
Yeah, I don't think he would mentally had stood tough.
Here, I'm going to play devil's advocate. I agree. I think he's kind of a wuss.
Big wuss.
But you adapt to the league you play in. Okay? So, and what I mean by that is LeBron plays in the flop era. Mm-hmm. So LeBron flops, and LeBron is waiting for his muscle to come and stick up for him. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? LeBron's built like a stinking linebacker.
Yeah.
So back in the 80s and early 90s, if he adapts to the league that he's playing in, nobody's messing with him. Just because the way he's built.
He would have to have a whole different mindset, though.
Yeah.
Because his mindset now, he's never in altercations. That's what
and I think it's that way because he's not in an altercation league.
Yeah, and I just don't think it's him. He has his brand, and I think he knows that he's important. But in that era, if you ain't fighting back, they're knocking you down every single time.
Exactly, and it took some seasons for Michael Jordan to figure that out, and that was in the last episode.
But once you start fighting back and throwing elbows with them,
right?
That's how you get that respect,
and that's how I think LeBron would have done. It would have taken him a few seasons to figure out. Oh man. I gotta do something because he's already in the weight room. He's already built like a monster. Now I just got to use it. You know.
Reason I would pick LeBron third on my list is I've seen him pass up game-winning shots.
Yeah.
And If you're the star of the league, if you're the best player in the world, you're taking the shots over anybody.
Yeah,
I just feel like that era would have brought out a different mentality in him.
It's possible.
Like it did Michael Jordan. I don't think Michael Jordan didn't. I don't think he wanted to be the killer he became. Fighting back and
they
everything.
say Michael Jordan was just not a nice guy from the beginning.
Yeah.
Did you ever hear the story where him and Kerr got in a fight?
He punched him in the eye,
and Kerr basically whooped him.
Really?
Because Kerr was the only one that would give it to him during practice. He'd play defense 100% on Jordan, and Jordan apparently didn't like it. Mm-hmm. And from what I hear, the stories I hear, Kerr whooped him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
I just remember hearing that Jordan punched him in the face.
Yeah.
And then
that's all right.
I haven't heard any of that.
If there would, he got in a fight with Reggie Miller during a game, and if
Jordan?
if that would have turned into like a real fight, Reggie Miller's from Long Beach, man. He would have, or Inglewood. He would have killed Jordan. He would have killed that dude. But
I saw Jordan almost got in a fight with Mark Henry at the Olympics. The
world's strongest man.
The world's strongest man.
Really?
Yeah, because Jordan was real arrogant. Like he would, if he didn't know you, it was Mark Henry and someone else on the Dream Team was talking. Charles Barkley. And them two were talking, and Michael Jordan walked up, and Charles tells him, "Hey, what's up, Mike? What's up?" And then he goes, Who is this? In a nicer term, And Mark Henry's like, "What? Who are you?" And he's like, "Oh, I'm you know who I am or something. I don't care who you are, And Jordan was like, "Oh, I'm sorry, man, and eased it over." But he said Mark Henry's telling the story that I'm reading, and he said he was pissed. He said he would have just tore Jordan apart right there.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Mark Henry's not somebody in his prime that I would pick a fight with.
No.
Now, I don't know who you are, but I sure would like to get to know you.
And who walks up on someone like that?
Yeah.
But I had a friend growing up who would walk up on people like that all the time, and he was crazy, you know. So Jordan had to be a little crazy to think he could just walk up on people.
Well,
like
Michael Jordan did say before they started airing this documentary, man, if you like me now, you may not like me after you watch this whole documentary. Because
I've heard a lot of other stories about him that he was just a
jerk.
Yeah, real jerk. Yeah.
Well, it happens. We can't all be cool like Shaquille O'Neal and
that's true.
Whatever.
Shaq.
Yeah. That would be the one basketball player that I would love to meet and hang out with is Shaq.
I can see that
because you're going to be dying laughing the whole day, But
how you that big and that goofy?
Yeah. Big and goofy is perfect way to describe it. But anyways, what else is going on?
Oh, I saw this thing on Facebook today saying that Mike Tyson wants to get back into shape so he can do 3-round charity fights.
Dang.
Dude, I am 100%
all about that, actually.
In favor
of
Mike Tyson getting in shape and beating people up. That's the champ.
Dude, he would still blast somebody's block off.
Oh, yeah, he would.
Even right now, not in shape.
Mm-hmm. He says he smokes $5,000 worth of weed a week, I think. Something like that. It might even have been more. But he's one of the main guys in the weed business right now.
Yeah. He's got and I think it opens up here pretty soon. He's got a resort on his weed farm. So you can go and stay and smoke and buy the weed from him and it's an actual resort hotel, pools, whatever.
Tigers.
I'm sure, man. I'm sure, but
you know who's real big in the weed business too that you probably don't know? Nick Lachey from 98 Degrees.
Are you serious?
No way.
Yeah. That's awesome.
I don't know where it is, Montana or something like that. He made $90 million off weed. And that was maybe 2 years ago I saw that.
But Mike Tyson's whole podcast is revolved around weed. It's called Hot Boxing.
So Cyprus Hills, have you seen that one?
Is it?
Be Real, and they do it in a car. So it's Be Real's always in the driver's seat, and all they're doing is smoking and talking with whoever's. He did one with Elon Musk, I think, and
You know who that is?
Yeah.
A few other guys.
You had this blank stare on your face. Like Elon Musk.
And all they're doing is just like,
but yeah, and that's what Mike Tyson does. They come in the studio, and there's, from I've never watched the videos, but from what it sounds like, there's just a bowl of joints, and you just take one or whatever. I think there was one guy who was a guest on it, and he emptied the bowl into his bag. Hey, I'm taking all of these. Yeah, Mike Tyson was like, yeah, whatever. Take them. So, but
I bet it was good.
I bet it is, dude. I bet it is. Yeah. But that reminds me, you brought up Be Real. We did our top 40 list a couple of weeks ago. You and I did our groups. I think that was last week, and I had some glaring omissions off my top 40 that I need to set the record straight. And
you're gonna take some of the Wu-Tang off.
No, I can't do that. I would never do that. But I will take somebody like T.I. off, and I'll take somebody like an Ice Cube off, because, it's whatever. Just a lot of some of my picks were
fair enough.
Respect picks.
Right.
I could take Snoop off. I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't listen to him.
Yeah.
But speaking of Cypress Hill, there's two of them that you got to put on there. Be Real. And Be Real would probably be in my top 15, top 20. And then Sin Dog, I would have him probably in the late 20s and into the 30s.
I would have Be Real. I don't know about the other one. But I only associate Be Real with Cypress Hill.
Yeah.
Because he's only been Cypress Hill.
Right.
So when I think Be Real, that's all I think about Cypress Hill. I honestly didn't even think of him as a single when I was thinking of that list.
Right.
But I like him. He's really good.
He's got a very distinctive rap voice, and so does Sin Dog.
Yeah.
But those two, and then there's two others. I left Common off.
Yeah.
I didn't mean to leave Common off. Common's one of my favorite rappers ever. Now I wouldn't put him in the top. I'd put him probably top 20s.
I never really liked Common. I don't know.
And then
he was all right. I went to a show in Dallas, a Common show. It was cool, but I don't know.
My only knock on him was he's a product of Kanye.
He's in that genre.
Chicago.
Yeah.
He's Kanye. He's Mos Def. He's all of those.
Yeah.
And so.
And then the last one I would put on is, and you haven't really heard nothing from him because he just recently got out of jail, is Kid Cudi. You're not a fan?
Nah.
Yeah. He had like one good song.
He had one good song. No, he did not.
Yeah. The Stoners in the Dark.
What you know about Night Terrors? That one?
No, I don't know about that.
Oh, okay. You don't know about those?
I
need you to go YouTube some of his songs, man.
Okay, I'll try it.
Yeah,
I'll give it a listen.
I'll give it a listen. He just
in the dark.
He came out. Well, you are a stoner, so whatever.
Holla. What's up, Mike?
Yeah. You just made me forget what I was gonna say.
Are you?
He just.
Are you a stoner?
Not tonight.
Going on.
Not tonight. We get randomed. So no, I'm not. But anyways, he just came out with a new song, and it was real good, and it made me go back and start listening to him. I was like, man, he really is good. And then they did that stupid concert. Him and Travis Scott did a concert on Fortnite.
Oh yeah,
and it was trash.
I bet
Murphy really liked it.
Only because Travis Scott is trash.
Yeah, I don't like him.
I'm not a fan of his music at all, and Daniel's going to get mad at me for saying that. Also, by the way, update, Daniel texted back and said, I didn't know you were off. I don't know your schedule.
That's a good reason.
Apparently there's something going down tomorrow.
Oh, yeah?
Thursday, because he said, are you off tomorrow?
Oh.
And I said, no, I go in tomorrow, and he sent me a sad face. So, watch your phone, dude.
Trying to go for it.
Hey, text Wes and invite him.
Yeah,
I'll be at work. Don't invite me. I can't go.
I'll be too sore. So
yeah. You know what I bought?
I'll probably say yes and then don't show up.
You know what I bought though, and you should really look into it. I bought one of those massage guns.
I want one.
Yeah.
I ordered one.
Yeah.
I ordered one 3 weeks ago. It's still not here.
Yeah.
It's coming out of California, and then there's a shipping label created, and it hasn't moved since the 14th.
Oh.
Yikes! I'm like, man. Well, so I think it's maybe the city shut down or something. I don't know.
But yeah, I bought it. And I bought it because Molly does a lot of workouts, and she's always complaining about being real sore, and so I bought it for her to use, and I use it on my shoulder. You know, I've been having this shoulder issue ever since I got tackled in Daniel's league, and it has not gone away. And dude, it hurts so good, like so good.
Yeah.
And there's like 17 attachments, and I got one that looks like a water paddle, like a canoe paddle, you know. And it's just a straight, you know, paddle looking thing, and I let it dig into my shoulder, dude, and I'm like, all retarded looking, but it feels so good. And then afterwards, I'm like, oh yeah, I'm good to go, because what it's been is, have you ever thrown your arm out? I know you have. Have you ever thrown your arm out? It just feels like your arm is just hanging by a thread of a ligament, you know, and you can't really. That's how both of my arms feel. Like I threw both of my arms out. And I don't know how it got that way, but after I used that stupid thing on my shoulders, dude, I can throw 9 innings, shutout innings, bro. I promise. And I'm going with the old heater the whole way. The heater. I watched Major League 2 last night.
Yeah,
best baseball movie
it's on
ever.
A lot right now. I watched both of them. Yeah, 1 and 2.
Which
3's
one's
horrible?
3's the worst. Back to the Minors is the worst one. Which one's your favorite though?
Man, I really like 1, the original. I really like 2. 2 is funny.
Yeah, 2 is funny. 2's funny when they bring in the Japanese baseball player and him.
You have no marbles.
Yeah, him and Pedro Serrano are going at it the whole
time. Charlie Sheen is a real underrated actor. He is hilarious in his movies.
Yeah.
So he plays a good role in the first one, and he plays a good role in the second one.
Have you seen him?
Totally separate.
The major leagues.
I've seen some of the first one.
I need you to put your baseball hatred aside,
because it's not even
it's not even about
movie,
it's not even about baseball. You'll love it, dude.
Yeah, that's great. And 2.
2 is my favorite because they bring in Tanaka or whatever his name is from Japan. He's just a weirdo. That's great. But anyways, we're coming up on an hour. It's about all the time we got. Appreciate y'all coming out for a second time this week. Hopefully we didn't waste our time this time.
I hope not.
Only time will tell here in a couple minutes. But anyways, y'all go like, subscribe, and share. And tell your mothers hello.
Hi, Mom.
And until next time, we'll catch y'all later.
Peace.
Peace.